How to lead site management. 2. Preparation stage 1/2. You must carry out 21 tasks, 1 to 21, in preparation stage 1/2. 1. Internal taking over. Takeover of management from person in charge B to the new person in charge E means takeover of management from the business department to the construction department in the company. This, however, does not mean that all responsibilities are transferred due to the takeover. Under the system of Takesha, individual relevant teams are responsible for a project. However, it is a fact that the project manager team in charge of Insight Office is the executives that conduct activities to obtain the results concerning quality, cost, delivery, safety and morale, QCDSM, on-site. The executives have great responsibility. 1. Receiving documents including books to be taken over, documents based on the manual for takeover from business department to construction department. 2. Confirmation of the contract terms, construction period, terms of payment, guarantee period and conditions, VE conditions. 3. Grasp of the building and construction outlines, grasp the official name and numeric values. 4. In the case of an order from the client, investigate past and relevant information. You should note that any delays in the first process may also delay the last process. Takesha has clear business processes and procedures, and operational promotion systems. We always confirm individual jobs and the flow of work as the company's rule. The purpose is to prevent mistakes. This is a commitment to carry out business by following each individual process so that proper results concerning QCDSM can be ultimately obtained. Providing that all members comply with the rules, desirable results can be attained. Proper timing of in-house takeover must be followed, because the due dates of completion and delivery will not change. The person who is responsible for takeover, the project manager, should, in a sense, consider other departments including the business and design departments as those belonging to other companies or organizations. From this viewpoint of the situation, she should approach the takeover. This does not mean, however, that you should only accept takeover after all arrangements are completely finalized. It is natural that some documents are not completed or are undergoing changes or modifications, or there are affairs still under negotiation. You must follow up on such documents and affairs by setting deadlines. It is important that project managers do not leave matters unclear. Sufficiently confirm them with relevant parties. 2. Discussion about job planning. Takesha has a process called Sekuhu Shingai, the meeting for construction policy. 1. Importance of Sekuhu Shingai. The first step of the quality assurance activity after the construction stage. Meetings for construction policy are held to discuss and examine how to polish up the required quality as a whole company. The meetings proceed based on the understandings of the person in charge of construction about design contents and conditions of the project. Relevant parties gather there. Results obtained during the meetings are finalized with the approval of the engineering director. An engineering director is a person in charge of quality and profits in an individual office. 2. Points of preparation for Sekuhu Shingai. Items that a project manager should prepare. People in charge of the projected construction, the project manager, the engineers, and the team read the received documents including design drawings and written estimates in advance. They also summarize what they understand, any questions, any problems, and what they should be instructed. Prepare written reports and explanations so that you can show them in a written form, not orally. Cover the whole QCDSM. The important point is to fully understand that the contents which the person in charge prepared determine the quality of the meetings for construction policy. Leaders include engineering directors and those who have skills and experience. But they are not people in charge of individual construction tasks. If leaders know the summary of the project, they can understand its key points to an extent. What is important to the company is that project members read things accurately. The things to read are the contents of which the people in charge report. When people to be in charge are selected and organizations to be in charge are determined, it is because the company has judged that they can carry out relevant duties by themselves, or they can carry them out if we support them. It is necessary for people put in charge to recognize that their own individual management abilities have been confirmed and evaluated at the meetings. Actually, it is impossible to hold such meetings many times. It is also impossible to change the people in charge as time advances. Unsuccessful and postponed meetings may cause construction failures. The person in charge must make decisions at that one meeting. Sekuhu Shingai. 1. When should the first meeting be held? Within 1 month after acceptance of order, no later than within 2 months. In Taikisha, it is sometimes difficult to say when orders are accepted, depending on types of construction, clients, and areas of construction. For example, orders are accepted when a contract is formally established, when a temporary contract is established, when directions are issued, or within a time limit counted backward from the starting date of the construction. Delayed meetings may be disadvantageous and even fatal to QCDS management for construction promotion. Problems concerning costs ultimately slow things down, which results in decreased profits. The person in charge should announce ahead of time when the first meeting for construction policy is to be held, and prepare for it. At the same time, the person in charge must always take actions to get evidential documents including temporary contract documents, LOIs, and written order instructions. 2. Time required for a meeting, 2 hours in principle. If the length of a meeting is expected to be extended, notify the participants beforehand. The person in charge must prepare for the meeting by considering the 2 hours and any additional time required, and create the schedule. She must also, through good time management, lead the meeting. If the person in charge does not have a plan, holding the meeting is useless. 3. Participants, of course, they are determined based on conditions including the construction scale, types, characteristics, construction periods, and clients. The engineering director, the construction manager, the chief, the person in charge of construction, and the people in charge of purchasing, business, and designs are required to attend the meeting. If other people are required to attend, contact them in advance. In the meeting for construction policy, the participants examine the contents of construction as a company and establish the policy as a company. To produce good results in a short time efficiently, the person in charge of meetings must make arrangements, lay the groundwork, and operate the meeting. The superior should cooperate with the person in charge of meetings. Do not hold meetings if there are no participants other than members of the group in charge of construction. 4. The policy to be confirmed and determined at meetings. Determine a clear goal concerning QCDSM. The goal should not be a slogan or abstract, but specific. QCDSM consists of the first letters of the following words: Q, quality; C, cost, profit; D, delivery, construction period; S, safety; M, morale. You know these words well. After describing PDCA and 5W1H concerning QCDSM individually, you are required to subdivide them to the level of management activity guidelines in detail. This is part of the policy of the project manager or site office director. Remember, however, that this policy is not a slogan but a commitment. 5. How to lead Seku House and Kai. Produce good results in a short time efficiently. 1. The manager in charge of construction presents the policy draft. A small pre-study meeting must be held by the group in charge of construction. 2. The person in charge or the project manager reads all project documents in advance. Upon reviewing them, present them in an appropriate manner. Carry out the meeting clearly in a well-controlled manner within a short period. Meetings can be carried out by 2 or more people, but the construction manager and the chief may not act in place of the people in charge of meetings. A meeting for construction policy is also a place to educate and train the people in charge and the engineers. The construction manager, the chief, and other participants should not forget that this is training for the person in charge. The person in charge and the engineers should keep this objective in mind and have a meeting rehearsal. There are probably a number of people who are not good at presentations and reporting, but everything is useful experience. People can improve themselves through experience. Do not stick to techniques and smart ways. Carry out the meetings following the procedures. Everyone will feel your sincere attitude. Participation in meetings for construction policy is of benefit to the people in charge and the engineers. 3. To make documents easy to understand, use matrices to show QCDSM, PDCA, and 5W1H. Documents should look presentable, but the contents are more important. Do not extract sentences and information from documents used for other projects. Also, do not use copies of such documents as a makeshift measure. Absorb knowledge so that you can speak in words of your own. 4. Connect the policy with the implementation plan document. Make it clear that by whom and by when the duties must be completed. Do not leave everything to, or put all responsibility on, the person in charge or the project manager. Establish a system to support and cooperate with such person in charge. Do not impose what is impossible upon anyone. Estimate costs with clear amounts and numeric values within ranges of stretch goals. 6. Extracting construction points. This is the next step after you analyze and understand the documents, including design documents. In this step, you will sort out documents you have read and plan specific measures to develop construction. Take good care of any flashes originating from your technical knowledge and construction experiences, including important items, problems, matters that require attention, characteristics, and any weighty matters. To extract construction points, follow the following procedures. 1. Focus on carrying in routes and installation methods. Draw where large equipment should be carried in and installed on a drawing sheet. Confirm them on the sheet. 2. Confirm if large equipment fall within the range of the spaces in a room, such as the air conditioning room, by checking its height, doors, and obstacles. 3. Confirm effective spaces for ducts, pipelines, and cable shafts. Consider workability, construction safety, inspection maintainability, and the building framework construction process, and confirm the presence or absence and size of floor openings, the presence or absence of floor slabs, the position of access doors and structure beams, and the height of vaulted ceilings. 4. Building framework structures and finishing materials. In many cases, they are not reflected in facility design drawings, so attention must be paid. 5. Check up on things requiring large amounts. Represent the amounts of equipment and materials required for construction with numeric values, and confirm the values. A working budget document is converted automatically based on the corresponding written estimates. Simply rank things in order of the amount of money and the required number. Focus on those large amounts and those of which you need more. Represent the amount of money as a specific percentage of the direct costs of working budget codes ABC. You can see the important points. Bulk articles are features for cost reduction. At the same time, they are also risky elements and items. For example, in the case of a CR Class 100 project, raised floors, FFUs, filters, grids, CR panels, and relevant attachments are bulk articles. In the past, we were forced to replace all FFUs. The purchase of bulk articles is one of the objectives, but you should understand that they are risky. Carry out VE examination. Analyze individual parts and functions. Create alternative proposals. Reduce the quantity and size. For example, you can adopt 4 feet by 4 feet FFUs instead of 2 feet by 4 feet FFUs. If you do so, it is greatly effective in cost reduction. 6. Earthquake countermeasures. Considering the degrees of importance and costs, enhance safety beyond the ranges required by earthquake-resisting designs in the construction policy. 7. Equipment to be installed on the roof. Confirm matters that require attention, including equipment, ducts, pipelines, instrumentation equipment, rain, wind, and dust. Confirm matters that require attention and consideration. Outdoor conditions and indoor conditions are different. 8. Equipment to be installed on outer walls. Consider components including louvers, caps, and hoods. They play a part in appearance. Those to be installed on the roof also apply. 9. Underground equipment, they will be invisible after completion. The condition of invisibleness is important. In the past, faults and failures, corrosion and breakage of buried pipelines, sinking of catch basins, and oil leakage occurred many times. Underground work should be avoided as possible in principle. If it is absolutely necessary, very careful construction is required. 10. High place work. In the case of factories, construction may be conducted at a particular height of 10 meters, 15 meters, 20 meters, 25 meters, or higher. Most of our serious site accidents are falls, electricity accidents, and fires. The key point is what temporary equipment, facilities, and machines can be used under the conditions of high place work. On the other hand, it is also important to reduce the construction volume for high place work. So, construction methods, construction schedules, and prefabrication are important. You have to place the first priority on reduction of the absolute construction volume for high place work. If other companies conduct building construction, electricity construction, or other facilities in the same site, required conditions are the same as those of Takesha. We and such companies must cooperate with each other. There are many possible measures to secure safe work conditions during construction. In particular for factories, you may install construction cradles, platforms, and landing steps prior to high place work and use them effectively. The most important duty is to offer safe work conditions to workers. To secure and sophisticate safety, proper tools, equipment, and facilities are essential. To do so, a safety budget is required. 11. Work in trenches, pits, and tanks. Workplaces which do not meet open air conditions are dangerous spots. You must first reduce the working volume at high-risk places as well as high places. It is necessary to sufficiently establish conditions including enough ventilation, prevention of lack of oxygen, installation of equipment for going up and down, and installation of lighting equipment. Arrangement of watchmen is the most important. 12. Arrangement of characteristics and shape of the building. Take a look at the building and electric design drawings. 13. Construction period. Accurately confirm events for the construction process to be carried out during the construction period. Cover not only the process control for progress of the site construction but also account for requests for piecework payment and payment after inspection. 14. Construction site. Prepare maps simply. At hospitals, police stations, fire departments, public health centers, and labor standards inspection offices. 15. Search and collect historic record data. Investigate similar projects, facilities, and cases in advance. 16. Search and collect cases and information of faults and failures. It is best to predict and prevent faults and failures. 3. Design study. Engineers having poor self-confidence and skills are apt to skip over this step. They are likely to be workmen. Takesha does not expect project managers to be excellent workmen, but engineers with skills, management and communication abilities, and humanity. This is because project construction sites are stages of performance for Takesha. The base of performance is skill. This, however, is not academic technique, but practical skill. In other words, the point is whether the project manager completely understands the design contents. It is necessary to ask for the cooperation of the design section. However, the project manager must first understand the design contents. 1. Be good at design contents. Thoroughly read design drawings, design documents, related documents. Read them considering the design intention of the designer. Ask experts about unclear or questionable points after setting a deadline and confirm them. 2. Know the facility system. Grasp what equipment facilities are installed and how they function. 3. Confirmation of the design conditions. Grasp given conditions, conditions that you must accomplish, and inspection conditions. 4. Confirmation of systems. Prepare for, confirm, and grasp flow sheets for the pipeline system and the duct system. 5. Confirm main lines based on the intended use of the building. Collate design equipment facilities and their contents with their objectives. Here, engineers in charge of the projected construction should know the following 3 realities. Engineering drawings and design contents are not complete. There are errors, contradictions, and careless mistakes. Because designers are compelled to compile design documents within a limited time, design drawings are prepared by various types of designers specializing in buildings, equipment, electricity, and other specific fields. Even if one design drawing is prepared by designers specializing in one field, they have different roles in completing the design. Recently, in particular, design drawings for estimation are used as completed design drawings in most cases. This trend is troublesome for the site involved in later processes. But they must recognize it as a real fact and are required to understand the contents, including errors and mistakes in design drawings. Requirements means general requirements of Takesha in the special project for owners, clients, and key persons who cannot read design drawings and books. Requirements are not necessarily provided. If they are, use them. If they are not, discuss mainly with the client's key person about what the client requests. Reflect their requests on the construction plan and in practice. The times are changing every minute. Do not dash toward a goal based on which only you presume. You must consider general matters. You must also consider technical matters. In addition, you must also consider management matters. Furthermore, you must also consider morale matters. Quantify those matters as much as possible. Incorporate obtained numeric values into the construction plan, construction drawings, management documents, and arrangements to accomplish them. 4. Equipment specification check. 5. Supplier selection. 6. Make supplier list. prepare a supplier list, following the procedures. In general, the specific manufacturers are not shown in the equipment specifications of the design document, or a number of manufacturers are shown. Occasionally only one manufacturer is shown. Take a shot at the top right to determine equipment manufacturers. The reason is that Takesha is the direct purchaser and construction contractor. Suppose a third party determines manufacturers, modes, delivery deadlines, prices, and terms before Takesha places orders and purchases equipment. In this case, such a procedure is not only against the ethics of business, but it also does not clearly show who are responsible for the equipment. Equipment is sometimes restricted. A client's procedures and equipment supplies are also sometimes restricted. Takesha, however, continues to hold the stance that Takesha's responsibility is to select reliable manufacturers who meet design specifications. 7. Discuss with supplier. Principles. 1. Equipment and materials. The purchase department, S, controls working budget codes A and B. Site directors, the people in charge of construction, the construction managers and the chiefs shall not negotiate over price. 2. Estimated prices are integrated unit prices and rough temporarily agreed prices at the time of estimation inquiry. Costs are often strictly limited due to order intake strategies. Sometimes an estimated net price is higher than an estimated price. Estimated prices offered by manufacturers are indicated in different ways. In some cases, fixed prices are shown. In other cases, along with estimated prices, various options are indicated as special items. Different manufacturers offer estimated prices in different ways. Manufacturers prepare written estimates with their own order intake strategies in mind. It is necessary to carefully examine and confirm contents of written estimates. At this point, in-house purchase record data and important documents are required from the point of view of price assessment. Before so-called tactical negotiations with manufacturers, negotiators should confirm various terms while preparing and understanding the purchase record data. 3. Prices are not fixed. It may sound extreme, but equipment is purchased at market prices. Expenses for equipment and materials account for an overwhelmingly large portion of direct costs. Suppose you say to a manufacturer, "We decided to purchase the equipment from your company. The model is the same as before. Although the deadline is strict, please meet it." You can never get the price down. Competing with, comparing with, negotiate with, and confirm prices with the manufacturers are basic methods. Even though we are in a stronger position than the manufacturers, negotiate with them in a serious manner. A relationship of mutual trust with the people in charge of negotiations on the manufacturer's side is very important. The site side shall be responsible for technical aspects including confirmation of specifications, performance, and conditions. Cooperate with manufacturers. Key points are briefly shown in the attached document ECU Data 116. They are important items and processes. 8. Submission and approval. It is necessary to obtain approval as quickly as possible. When necessary, you may take an engineer of the manufacturer with you to the relevant government office. It is important to prepare easy-to-read documents without any mistakes and make the contents easy to understand by putting yourself in the situation of the client in charge. Do not fail to treat documents as part of the procedure. Keep return forms for approval. 9. Place in order. If an official purchase slip is not issued by Takesha to agents of equipment and material manufacturers, the order is not considered to be official. Even if you say I'm placing an order with you, the contract is not complete. Actions and procedures to place an order are required. The person in charge of site construction must submit purchasing requests to the purchasing section for construction following in-house procedures. The person in charge of purchasing carries out purchasing tasks according to the purchasing request. The purchasing section has ordering rights. Remember that the construction department does not have ordering rights. The purchasing section complies with purchasing processes. The construction department may not determine what manufacturers are to be used. 1. Submit a purchase request at a time early enough to provide the person in charge of purchasing with lead time to carry out the purchase process. 2. The person in charge of construction checks equipment specifications and drawings obtained from manufacturers in detail. 3. Do not make careless mistakes when filling in information including job numbers, code numbers, and quantities. 4. If the construction department asks the purchase section to make a purchase, you may attach a separate sheet to the written request. If you use an official slip, do not omit written information from the written request. 5. Official slips are issued when the amount of money, the deadline, and relevant terms are confirmed. 6. Clearly list final versions of equipment specifications and drawings. Be careful not to confuse them with reference drawings. 7. In the reference stage, you may present copies of equipment specifications shown in design drawings. But when you prepare equipment specifications and drawings for official slips, describe and draw them in detail. Return the approval form and confirm the determined specifications and drawings. 8. Technical confirmation. Complete calculation of required numeric values including that of fan pressure in the pump head. 10. Drawing schedule. Drafting plan. Preparation plan for construction drawings. Working drawings are an instrument and map to advanced construction. It would be better to prepare a larger number of drawing sheets, but it is what's inside that really matters. Working drawings are detailed construction design drawings. They are key factors for better construction quality and system operation quality. Prepare them efficiently. Manage them well in time for the meeting. CAD drawings seem good at a glance. Drawings, however, should be read. Nice-looking drawings are preferable, but drawings are first required to be precise. Prepare them without mistakes and errors. Add a record of dates and any changes to the drawings to always keep them updated. Avoid carrying out construction with old drawings. Attach numbers and titles to the drawings. so that you can easily know what drawings they are. Create working drawings following construction procedures. It would be, however, better if they are completed earlier. For construction, it is best that a significant amount of drawings have been completed upon arrival at the site. Working drawings are required to include specifications, techniques, construction methods, and construction terms. Information about the building must be incorporated into them. Engineers must lead the preparation of working drawings. Takesha will be embarrassed by the use of any large design drawings. Determination of rules, including drafting rules. It seems that rules have been generally decided, but in many cases, they are not unified. Determine rules in detail, including to what extent drawings should be scaled down. Confirm and comply with the rules. If not followed, rules have no significance. You can often see that a project manager uses CAD operators as if they were protégés. Probably the reason is that there are few CAD operators with high skills. Rules should be standardized rather than unique. Switch your own rules to standard ones. 11. Construction discussion with designer. 12. Confirm designer intention. Designers are human beings too, so they might make mistakes. They design drawings and summarize design documents within limited periods and under limited conditions. Make friends with designers. Understand that it is impossible to show all the design intentions in design drawings and design documents. Ask the designers to explain what you cannot understand. Avoid selfish interpretation of design drawings. 13. Discussion about quality control. Store original design drawings and design documents that you received without making any changes to them. If you manage them insufficiently, they sometimes get lost. Such drawings and documents are, so to speak, original contract design drawings and documents. So they are important. Elements involved in design must be sometimes changed in the process of construction. Change connects to payment requests for additions or changes. Accurate records of changes shall be stored by attaching them to design change drawings with explanation of the changes. Of course, also change other relevant drawings and documents including working drawings. No acceptance of design changes, no VE proposals, and carrying out construction as shown in design drawings. These are not wrong policies. They might be right under certain circumstances and conditions. Our basic stance, however, is quality failure should not occur. This is important. It is easy to understand what quality is required for products, tasks, and results if they are classified into two categories, ordinary quality and important quality. Arrange points for maintenance of quality in a document and grasp the points. Subdivide them in detail. 14. Determination of working method. Construction methods are those used to carry out construction using specifications and construction drawings. Of course, there are standards for our tasks and in our industry. The working drawings are prepared according to individual construction purposes. Working drawings include concrete foundation drawings for equipment, equipment installation drawings, piping drawings, drawings for pipe racks and supports, drawings for automatic control wiring, duct arrangement drawings, arrangement drawings for ceiling instruments, ceiling plans, drawings for metal hangers, and drawings for sleeves and inserts. All of them, however, are post-construction complete drawings. They show images after the completion of construction. When a working drawing is created by reading a design drawing, various conditions are actually added. Various procedures and processes are carried out before completion of the ideal image. If you show all the steps of such procedures and processes with drawings, there is no meaning. The important point is that such procedures and processes are construction methods. Imagine how construction will be carried out starting from the preparation of working diagrams until the completion of construction, including maintenance, inspection and management after delivery of completed products and systems. After imagining and reflecting on how construction will be carried out, prepare the working drawings. If you imagine those processes and procedures, everything that you need concerning construction will come to mind. Such matters include unitization of pipelines, how to connect and process pipelines, how to process and install cradles, types and positions of anchors and how to drive them, timing of installation of cradles, points of concrete foundation, and types of equipment anchors and how to fasten them. By imagining these processes and procedures, you will be able to complete working drawings. Everyone should do so. I believe that you shouldn't leave designing wholly up to subcontractors. This construction method relates to all QCDS. Even if you prepare splendid working drawings, if subcontractors do not understand or obtain such drawings, they are useless. It is a pity that the contents of working drawings are not implemented. It is disappointing. The key point to determine and sophisticate construction management quality and completion quality of facilities is to advance the process of extraction of construction points, review construction methods, and prepare working drawings. Place emphasis on this process. Establishment of construction guidelines and planning of construction methods. For construction, the content shown in design drawings are implemented and actualized. As explained in the points on working drawings, not only completed images but also procedures to advance construction or construction methods, and details of points or construction guidelines must be shown in working drawings. The contents are required to be understood by all relevant parties, including staff members, workers, managers, the client in charge, and other related parties. Imagine, while you are viewing the drawings, that you are explaining their contents. If construction guidelines and construction methods are shown simply, you can easily explain the contents of drawings. In addition, the client can easily understand them. To create the final figures, procedures, and guidelines are required. 15. Study about V. Value engineering is common in Tekisha and in our industry. The concept of value equals function divided by cost is well known. VE is often confused with CD, cost reduction. Do not confuse them. It is essential to think about VE by putting yourself in the situation of the client. Clients expect cost reduction and improved functions, cost preservation and improved functions, and cost reduction and function preservation. Cost reduction means life cycle cost reduction of facilities and systems. It does not mean reduction of the amount of money needed for construction. Improved functions does not mean the addition of unnecessary functions. For example, if you propose cost reduction and improved functions based on V, by replacing a full-function refrigerator with a simple refrigerator, and by introducing an optimal heat source control system for the whole system including refrigerating equipment and peripheral devices, your proposal will surely be approved. It is not easy to prepare, submit, explain, and negotiate on VE-based proposals. It is good to get designers involved and honor them, while paying attention not to bring any shame to them. VE is not just a dynamic thing that requires client approval. Some procedures and processes do not require approval. It does not tell you to carry them out in silence. Address them flexibly, timely, and appropriately. The key point is to appeal to the client's take-issues abilities to carry out technical examinations and proposals, and your serious attitude to have them understand us. Please make all efforts not to be dissatisfied, distrusted, and rejected by clients in the future, so that they will not say, proposed contents at the presentation do not correspond to their results. Basically, site construction management depends on skills. 16. Decide project members. Arrange, confirm, and decide in-house organizations. The list of people in charge of construction is not for the clients. This list is not used for dual recording. The list is to clarify the organizations of site staff members and the responsibility system and to show in-house support systems. Do not leave site construction projects to the site team in charge of construction. Consider it to be done by the whole company. All relevant people shall accomplish individual duties. For the purpose of such accomplishment, the list is used. 17. Introduce to every other parties. Construction is carried out by many contractors and entities. They include organizers, clients, design offices, supervision offices, construction companies, system suppliers, electricity suppliers, government offices, and police. In addition, various types of organizations, institutions, vendors, original contractors, subcontractors, and recipients are involved in construction. By the end of construction, you have probably received many business cards. At this point, however, you have only introduced yourself to a relatively limited number of people. After grasping the structure of the whole project, introduce yourself in the correct order effectively. People judge you based on your skills, management ability, experience, language skills, and comprehensive humanity. At the same time, you should be evaluating the comprehensive humanity of your business partners. The exchange of business cards is not the purpose of introduction. 18. Negotiate, VE. As explained in Item 15, Consideration of Value Engineering, VE, there is no way that costs will increase. When it comes to negotiation, people are apt to feel that it is a power game. But do not addict yourself to it. Keep a serious attitude and start with the explanation. Do not make any timing mistakes. To succeed, killing the opponent negotiator's enthusiasm is sometimes effective and necessary. Whether you are successful and reach an agreement or not, record it as written evidence. When your proposals are approved and put into practice, accurately reflect them in working drawings, equipment drawings, and the working budget. Do not forget modification of design drawings. You should prepare a second set of design drawings. 19. Make document preparation for client, owner. On the client side, the person in charge of negotiations has been also assigned. Clients trust the construction contractor take in place orders and give us instructions. They say to us, we entrust the project to Takesha. Today we live in a document-based society. Oral engagement is of no use. There are legal restrictions and limitations. Documents show that we can do what we declare. Our documents should be reliable. Prepare simple and clear documents at a good time. 20. Arrange site office furniture. Prepare office equipment. The site office is a workplace. You need more functionally necessary things for business in the site office than in the office headquarters. Prepare and stock necessary things for business. Some people prepare too many types and functions because they think that they can use money for construction costs or that money is provided by the company. During construction and after the completion of construction, some people mix the company's equipment with personal belongings. Refrain yourself from such mixture. Budget code. K for working budget management is apt to be unclear. Do not waste money on useless expenses. Connects with the compliance of the consciousness of the project team and director. Economize. 21. Document preparation for site. Preparation of site office documents. There are many regular documents whose formats are determined by the company. As described in item 19, we are in a document-based society. Document control is one of the key points of site management. Use computers and software applications effectively. It's the end of explanation of how to lead site management. 2.